The inspiration behind working on the two financial inclusion products in remittance and direct bill payments from anywhere in the world is pretty much born out of frustrations and lack of innovation in this space for the African diaspora community. Money transfer solutions have remained the same with high fees and low exchange rates. The direct bill payment services have been a dream for many African expatriate populations as a way to stay connected with their families back home in Africa. We also see this as an opportunity to build products that provide accessibility and independence that include everyone, especially the marginalized populations with various disabilities, women, and the youth.
A recent World Bank report shows that East African countries received 17.38 billion US dollars from their citizens living abroad between 2013 and 2018. According to this report, Kenya topped the region as the biggest beneficiary of remittances, receiving 10.4 billion US dollars, followed by Uganda receiving 6.28 billion dollars, South Sudan among others. In 2017, Ugandans in the diaspora sent home 1.4 billion US dollars. This was reduced to 1.312 billion in 2018. This money is mostly sent to help relatives with health, education, rent, and other needs. However, it is costly and sometimes the funds are misused because of the limited supervision from the diaspora senders. Douglas Kimani, a Kenyan based in Canada, and his Frontier Alliance partners are closing the gap with an all-inclusive financial services solution, Nomadic.
We are passionate about digital transformation with special focus on financial services, healthcare, and education, leveraging social mobility, analytics, and cloud services. We are building financial inclusion platform we are calling Nomadics, short for Nomad Exchange and Communications, that will enable or provide bill payments and remittance services. The product we're building, Nomadics, short for Nomad Exchange and Communication, is intended to provide real-time money transfer with direct bill payment securely, conveniently, cost-effectively, or with no cost, while providing traceability of the funds with good stewardship. Diaspora remittances don't always end up fulfilling the intended purposes, such as settling education fees, hospital bills, paying utility bills, and our direct bill product will close this gap by paying the service providers directly without any third parties' involvement.
Today has been the 30th day of the 40 Days 40 Fintechs project. The interaction was made on Google Meet with high people on how to improve financial inclusion efforts.
My view in terms of a modular interoperability in the broader African financial inclusion journey is a critical one. Modular is providing the missing link that Africa has been needing to stretch its much needed and rapidly developing mobile money and financial inclusion fabric, where different ecosystem partners are provided with a level playing field to start from, whether the company is a startup or a multi-billion-dollar company. This is helping innovation acceleration while observing global best practices to build solutions that are providing traceability, inclusion, transparency, and accessibility to everyone, including the marginalized populations. The other thing I would like to point out is that Moduloop, being an open source software, has provided an opportunity to different categories of stakeholders to be involved through the use of APIs and open standards architecture with level 1 principles, we finally have an ecosystem where we can have different players and collaborating, from governments to financial institutions to telcos to education systems to circles to healthcare providers. The list goes on and on and on through the use of APIs. Internally looking as nomadic platform scales to meet the different user demands, it will be easy to integrate to an open source platform like Moduloop, and leverage other partners who are part of the ecosystem, who share the same vision and mission like we do.
The 40 Days 40 Fintechs project is organized by High People under its Include Everyone program in partnership with Crosslake Tech, Modusbox and Moduloop Foundation.
The 40 Days 40 Fintechs project continues to showcase amazing African stories. Like we said, for 40 days we are showcasing one story. So on the 30th day of the 40 Days 40 Fintechs, we had a chance to engage with Frontier Alliance. These are Africans based in Canada, and they're working on a product named Nomadic. Now, why is this a very good concept and a very good project? It is very simple. So many of our brothers, sisters, relatives, friends, etc. are based outside Uganda. We have a big number of Africans that are not in Africa. They work there, yet they have families here in Africa they are supposed to serve. At the end of the day, they need tools that enable them send money freely, anytime, anywhere. So they need platforms that are available, accessible, and affordable. Unfortunately, most of the platforms that have been available are quite expensive. The costs incurred, the time involved is quite high that it discourages very many. Like you know, accessibility, equality to access, affordability, and availability are key principles to financial inclusion. People in the diaspora need products that are available, accessible, and affordable. Now, there are very few products like those. So when Frontier Alliance comes up with Nomadic, a platform that's going to make this easier, faster, and safer, we are all very excited because a big number of people in Africa depend on people abroad. Importantly, again, when you check very well, there are always issues of not only sending money. A case in point is a mother might have a son in America, and the son wants to send her money for upkeep. He wants to do for her shopping. He wants to pay our electricity and water bills. Now, under current circumstances, most people just send money directly, and sometimes that money is mismanaged by some people. So they send 3 million, the mother only receives 1 or 2, and the rest is mismanaged. Now, what Nomadic is going to do is, if the daughter is in the UK or in Canada or in America, and they're sending money to Kenya or to Uganda, they will create one single account where they are able to send their mother money for upkeep. They are able to do for her shopping online via e-commerce platform, and that is delivered. They are able to pay her water bill. They are able to pay Ayaka bill. They are able to pay for her online insurance, among other things. So now this brings everything together. It manages time, it saves time, and it reduces the big elephant in the room, which is mismanagement.
Rita Kabanyoro, Smart 24.